Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on Divergent SMP. Today's episode we're starting a little bit differently because we're going to have a time lapse in the background and we're starting right off with news recap. Let's begin. Alright, we missed a lot since our last episode. Starting with recap number 6, lots of stuff went down this time. A whole war started between the island of the melonfish and the elusive pumpkin pranksters. And the war has been ongoing with strange happenings going on all this time throughout October's spooky month. Fortunately, Dr. Watson did a base tour, was everyone there at that time, and new players arrived on the server with auction commences from Cyanite's Spider Shop plus Spawner. Also, for some reason, there's a mushroom that was spotted in the Crimson biome. What could it be doing there? Who knows? Moving on to recap number 7, another peaceful week. Or was it? We had a surge of new players joining the server, and we're always happy to have you here. And we actually had one that got banned straight up as they were joined. Rest in peace. Also, we found pictures of chaos somewhere going in the sea. Wait, how many withers is those? Those are 8! Interesting. And also, Shoot has started a pumpkin carving contest. Finishing off with the final recap number 8, the diamond pile is gone! Well, not really. It was quarantined into its constant shenanigans, being replaced by pumpkins and melons as the fruit war continued. That's a lot. In other news, in honor of the Halloween spirit, Shoot's pumpkin carving event has commenced. People have begun making wondrous builds, as you can see, and the event ends on Halloween. Now back to the war. The Melon team has concluded their recruiting process, cementing their teams. But the question remains, what next? One more thing. It was Input's birthday recently, so I'd like to say happy birthday to him. I know it is a bit too late on our side, but we still wish you a happy birthday. And that's all we have for news recap. Thank you for tuning in, and now continue the time lapse. So, we've got a lot of things on plan for this episode, but I don't have that much time to execute it. Also, we got something nice over there behind me. We'll go over that later. So as you can see, I actually stripped all the logs in place. I might have missed some, but I don't think that would be a major issue for now. And I also have these fence posts sticking out of the logs, so it actually has some type of detail. I actually do have a plan for the exterior. I do want to have boulders and leaf vines all around it, so it would look more fortified, you know, because these things are just normal logs just standing out in the open. And if I wanted it to make sense, I think it's the best idea to at least have some type of support for the logs. Within those boulders, I might actually make a whole lot of lanterns, so we have at least a nice safety sphere, I call it, or a field actually, of lit area, so we don't have to worry about mobs. This wall isn't much for people not getting in, but it's for the best of keeping the mobs out. Alright, so let's just go to this berry problem. Hi Alpha. There was a time during Divergent Dress Up where you threw your berries and went to pick them up, but I accidentally swooped down and picked them up. And I only found out from rewatching the video, and I feel bad, so I wanted to repay you in berries. From Penguin. I didn't even have that many berries to begin with. I only had like, you know, maybe like at most a stack. That's as much as I know. Where'd you get all these berries, Penguin? You're kind of confusing me. I mean, look, I'll just fly around. They completely covered my entire area of berries. That's dedication. That's serious dedication. I don't know why this has been happening. First, I've been bamboozled. Second, we have a very big problem. What's next? A billion trees? So I think I might know the reason why for this. Other than, you know, just their normal reasoning is that Penguin picked up my berries. Of course, If you haven't noticed, from the first episode, I actually deforested around 3/4. Let's just say that I might have, to put very nicely, disrespected the Lorax way too much. So I'm just gonna quickly remove these berries. No time lapse for the berries. I actually have a few time lapses I want to go on later on in the episode. So it has gone from this to this. Now that took a bit too long that I want to actually take. There is a chest here. It was just filled with dirt. We're just gonna leave the chest in there. So what I actually want to do, I just want to show off this bamboo alteration that I did. The last episode, right at the end, I got, I'll say it again, completely bamboozled. Oh, I missed a spot. And there we go. That's actually pretty satisfying. So I actually did do some renovations to the bamboo. Like I said from, I think briefly in the last episode, I didn't want to take it all down. It actually looked pretty good. So I kept all the bamboo on the outline. I actually added more bamboo alongside the walls. I added a front entrance, which is over here. Of course, it kind of looks awkward, where this actually makes more sense. But I actually wanted to correspond to this exit. Through here, we also saw this tree. I actually do plan to have a pond around it, so that's going to be nice. And if I could just move my way through here like a lazy person would. I also have a little pathway through here, which if we go through ever so slightly, we have the spider farm, which is conveniently over here, and we also have this small section. I will keep whatever this here is for. I'll save that later. It's going to be secret until I get my resources. So what I actually want to focus on first is this nice river that I created. Now of course, this isn't a river. There's no water yet. I tried to base it off of the river from the spawn district, but unfortunately, I'm not that good at terraforming. As you can see from that castle, it looks disgusting. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick time lapse flooding this river in and Alright, so here is the river. Of course, I'm not all the way done. I still need to add, quite some details like kelp and seagrass, but most importantly, a bridge. I do plan to have a bridge that goes from one side to the other. Now, as you can see, I actually bought myself a beacon and all of these iron blocks. I was kind of dumb. I don't know why I bought a full beacon set, even though I literally have almost half of the amount of iron I needed. So pretty much all we have next is the castle. Now the castle, it's, as you can tell, really undone. It's not completely finished. There's floating bits everywhere, and not even the inner or outer wall is finished. First, let's take a look at these little dogs. So if you guys didn't know, there's a little cat government going on, and I did show this in the last episode as well. So yeah, there's a cat government going on, and I do plan to rival against— Ow! Oh, excuse me, Mr. Skeleton, where must you be? Ah, there you are. Get out of here. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna die. To the river! Oh, just what I was saying. I want to rival against the cat government. Now, there already is an ongoing war, which is the pumpkins versus the melons. So yeah, all the dogs you see in front of me, or in the castle as well, are going to be the appointed council, or should I say, puppy parliament against the Council of Cats. Hopefully, during this build of mine, I am going to be planning a little room for them. If you guys remember, during the second episode, I'm really referencing all my old episodes here, I wanted to make a grand library, and unfortunately, there's really no need to have enchanting done unless you have a bookshop or whatever. So I think, goodness, these guys are everywhere. Ahem. Anyways, where was I? Now that I think about it, after getting all these dogs, why not I transform the Grand Library into a parliament room, or parliament, or whatever you call it. Let's just call it a government building. Even though it's underground, we don't talk about that. Enough dilly-dallying with all the puppy parliament business. We should really get work to the castle, and wow, it's not even— oh my goodness! Oh, that kind of scared me a bit. Like, just looking at my— after just seeing that one flash kind of scared me there. Hey, as I was saying, the castle hasn't even been finished built, and we already have a spider problem. Nonetheless, even a creeper problem. Oh my goodness. I actually did plan on building. I actually dig out a whole chunk for this. In this middle row, you can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 full shulker boxes worth of stone bricks, and pretty much just not even half of another. But that's already good enough. That's like definitely not enough for the whole castle build, but definitely enough to get the outside and the interior done. Alright, buckle yourselves in. We're going for another time lapse. Let's go! That was kind of depressing. Oh, not again! Alright, so we've got the main exoskeleton done with the castle. After the time lapse, I did do a little bit of additions, like as you can see from the lanterns and the stone brick walls that I didn't add during the time lapse. But I also made sure that it was also mob proof in here, so I actually made sure that none of the mobs would spawn during this at night. Currently the shoot's still in progress, but I don't think we're going to work on that for now. The iron farm is going to be probably like much later than I want it to be. I actually did find some villagers though. I don't know if I mentioned that. Let's just put away these bricks, and I'm actually going to show you where the villagers are. All this flat land you see there, all of it here, yeah, it all used to be spruce trees. I was the one that killed all of it. Let's go take a look at the villagers to see if they're still there. I remember clearly that I lit up the area, so nothing bad should have happened. Hopefully they're still there. I'm looking at the mini-map, looks like they are still alive, but I don't know exactly how many are there. Is it possible to peek our way in there? Okay, so I see 2. We're supposed to... Ah, there's a 3rd one. Okay, perfect. So we have our 3 villagers here, but I don't think I should be moving them now. I think I'm going to leave them here again. Thankfully, no one has touched it. Whenever we do some type of villager trading thing, I'm just going to ask Crimson for villagers and just pay them off. Oh, hello, Mr. Zombie. Would you like a little attack from my crucible? Get over here! Alright, so last episode I was talking about a president. The president is gone. Bubbles has been kidnapped multiple times. We even got a few dogs here on the lookout. They're not even my dogs either, so you guys are doing good. And also, the president has died multiple times. But I wasn't affiliated, I wasn't involved, and I definitely didn't do it. But it does give us the upper hand to the puppy parliament. Oh. Hello there. If we do have Bubbles, then for sure we're gonna make a revolution. And if Bubbles is gone forever, well, looks like we're gonna have to replace the government with our own. Now we just need to head up because we need to go somewhere very important. Now if you guys haven't figured it out with all the pumpkins going around, there has been a pumpkin carving event. And oh my goodness, is it dark? I can't see a single thing. Some of these things are outright amazing. I mean, look, we got a huge tower. We got another huge tower that looks more magical than ever. We got a little crewmate. Aww. What is this? We got 2 crewmates going in at this time. Wow. We got ourselves a white little pumpkin. Is this supposed to be a skeleton pumpkin? A normal white pumpkin? Or am I just overthinking it too hard? I can't tell. You got a little cave area, which actually looks pretty nice. I like their use of armor stands and all that. Okay, we got a cube of items. This pretty much looks like those, what are they called? Those item boxes from Mario Kart. Looks pretty good. Melon. We got a little carriage, pumpkin carriage, which just looks pretty nice. Ooh, it's specifically Cinderella's carriage. Well, it's sunk to the ground, unfortunately. What else do we have? We have a normal house. Totally not Shroot's head. Melon. We got ourselves a nice little monster coming out of the grave. But press for chocolate. Press for chocolate. Button. We got chocolate. Chocolate is the best. You cannot argue that chocolate is the worst. Unless you have an allergy, then I feel sorry for you. But chocolate is still good. Also, we have Churchill the chariot. Churchill the chariot, chomping on a carrot while riding on a chariot. Yeah, try saying that 10 times fast. Okay, we got a nice pumpkin patch over here. Melon. Ooh, what's that? He looks pretty joyful. And oh boy, does he have a very, very long antenna. And this is one of the first builds I've ever seen. This is I actually like this a lot. It's the Jack, the pumpkin boss, and we also got his little son, Jacko. So this is my plot right here. I'm trying my best to hide it, but I feel like you guys are going to find out anyway, so... we're build area 25, and most importantly, yeah, This is recording the day before the carving is done. This started on the 22nd, and this is the 30th. So, I feel like nothing well is gonna happen at all. Like, I put it off for way too long, but luckily for us, we did prepare all of our supplies ready. And unfortunately for me, I have to replace the schematic because the IP changed of the server, and now everything, except for my waypoints, I figured out how to fix that, but everything about my schematics are all gone. So I actually wanted to keep this a little secret until I'm done with the time-lapse. So, oh wait, I don't have any rockets. Let's just take one rocket then. Hopefully I don't mess this up like last time. And let's start the time-lapse. Here we go! Now that is what I call a scary pumpkin. So yeah, I built myself a nice, simple creeper pumpkin. Now, it may not be as creative as the other ones we see here, but it is my pumpkin that I built. But if you guys saw within that time lapse, I added 8 TNT blocks in there. The reason why I did that is because 1, it's a creeper, and 2, if anyone decides to look inside, it would be a nice surprise gift. However, quick note, I'm not going to use this for any uses of explosions. So, if anything goes wrong, I think I should add a fail-safe plan in there. I think I should add something that would at least protect this nice little zone. This quick and easy solution should do the trick. Anyway, I do want to show you guys one more thing before I end this episode. So if you guys know from Hermitcraft, there is a minigame known as Decked Out. And in Divergent SMP, we kinda took it and made our own spin on it. Oh yes, here it is. It is the Pumpkin Dungeon. It's not fully complete at all. They just started working on it. See, the sign says so itself, work in progress. Now, I believe we can go in here without any problems. We got, I think this is Streamer Pig. Who else? We got random villages around. Do not enter the dragon. Do not enter the dungeon unless you're part of the building team. Button. Stage 1, Everlasting Cave. Now, I'm tempted to go in there, and I'm pretty sure you guys are as well. However, I want to keep this a nice surprise for myself. When it's finished, you're definitely going to bet that I'm going to have that basically as a portion for almost every episode. Now hopefully, this thing is done before the end of the season. Hopefully it actually is actually done before halfway the season. And also there's going to be Divergent Dress Up again on November 1st. But it'll come out as a half episode like I've done with 2.5. So basically I'm not going to have it as a pretty much, oh, someone stripped that. Back to the topic, AlphaTwo. Stay calm, stay collected, stay focused. Now, yeah, it's not going to be within a main episode, but it's going to be in a half episode. Now, if you guys haven't seen the half episodes, or even most of my episodes, I do recommend that you guys watch all of them, because my journeys are pretty fun, if I do say so myself, and especially the half episodes too, because some of them might actually tie in with the main episodes. And remember, always have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!